Okay, y'all about to get this work. Listen, if you cannot take instruction, if you are not coachable, if you have a bad attitude, if you are rude and unprofessional and do not respect authority, whether you think they should be an authority or not, do not apply for jobs with companies that you don't own. Okay? Nobody owes you a damn thing. And employers have a right not to want you to work or represent them with your nasty ass attitude. Your inability to take direction. Your inability to follow instructions. The inability to keep your freaking mouth shut and do your job. You showing up to the job is not a favor to the organization. That is the expectation. Today alone, I've had to advise leaders on what to do regarding their team members that have bad ass attitudes, cussing when they're getting feedback from their leader, and expect not to be fired. Excuse me. Expect not to be fired. And I'm going to go ahead and go there yet again. Because again, I told you, when certain things come across my desk, the first thing I go look is how long they've been with the company, and two, how old they are. And the majority of them are 35 and under. Yeah. Are rude in the application process when they think that they should get an interview and can't understand why they didn't. When they didn't get selected for the position, then when they get hired and the training is scheduled, think that they can determine when the training is. I'm sorry, it don't work like that. And then want to tell the instructor how they're supposed to instruct. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. And then when the supervisor tries to correct you based on complaints that they've received in writing, well, you weren't there. Excuse me. When you got several witness statements, y'all fail to understand. A little sugar works a whole bunch better than a bunch of shit. Keep your mouth shut and do your job. And then if someone gets fired, well, my work performance was great. I was able to do this and I was able to do that. Technical proficiency is only one aspect of the fit. If you can't get along with others, if you can't take instruction, if you can't take constructive redirection, if you're not coachable, you ain't a fit. I don't care how smart you are, how on point, how detailed your information and your work proficiency is. If you have a bad attitude, that's part of the fit. Y'all better get it right. Because see, when they come and advise me, I'm like, cut them. Cut them. Especially if they are combative, rude in the interview process, in the pre-onboarding process. Cut them. Because if they're like that and they ain't even got in, you know what you can expect once they get on board. Cut them. Let me finish this up. I was at the store. So, and another thing. Yes, you are owed. Okay, the only thing you're owed is the paycheck for which you've worked. Okay? That's all you're owed. Is the paycheck for which you've worked. Now, here's where the peanut gets chewy. You are entitled to get paid for the work performed, whether it was good work or bad work. If you showed up for work and did your job, even if it was a poor job, you are entitled to be paid for it. However, the organization don't have to keep you. They don't have to continue paying someone who's doing a horrible job. They don't. So you can get paid for the work, for the hours worked, but don't be surprised if they don't keep you, because they don't have to. That would be stupid to pay someone that's not doing a good job. Again, y'all want to have a problem with me when I was talking about the millennials and the entitlement and all that kind of stuff. It goes farther than just watching grandkids. Because y'all take this entitlement into every aspect of your lives. Like somebody owe you something. Like, because you think it, because it comes up, it needs to come out. No, that's not how it works, especially if you're working for somebody else. Now, listen, I'm not saying that you should allow yourself to be mistreated. I'm not saying that. But if you're not in charge, you do you're expected to do what your supervisor tells you to do unless it is illegal, unethical, and unsafe. Not if you feel like it. So again, I advise leaders to definitely give those people a chance, provide constructive feedback. If they're coachable, work with them, all that kind of stuff. But those who think you can't tell them nothing, you know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all probably right up in here. There's always somebody else's fault. You might want to consider something else. Because again, like I said, I'm going to advise the leaders to work with those. But again, I also said, cut the frustration. Because again, when your leader is trying to give you constructive feedback and you constantly speaking over them, excuse me, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. When you're talking over me and I'm trying to instruct you, that means you're not listening to me. And I'm sorry, listening is mandatory. Liking it is optional. So I really hope y'all get some attitude adjustments. I really do. Because even if I'm not in charge, I'm advising people who are. I'm advising them based on my knowledge, skill, and ability and what I know to be correct. And disrespect is not tolerated. See, that's what disrespect is. Insubordination, all that kind of stuff that I'm talking about. But see, y'all, you think somebody disrespect you because they say your hair is nice. Y'all won't, man. Take that with you.